I grew up in an environment where really there was no one that looked like myself. I had no reference of women like myself. I didn't know that there were queer people. I didn't know that the opportunities that look like what I have today. A lot of things for me was really just a dream that I didn't even think was going to be possible. We didn't have television at home. We didn't really have newspapers, no magazines. It was really, really, really dry. And the only medium of news that I was able to consume was Ukhozi FM, which was what my grandmother um, preferred. And I lived with her. She took care of me. And the only thing that I really wanted to do was to work at the nearest hospital, be a radiographer or a dentist, which is what my grandmother really wanted for myself. I really didn't really see much more than what was around me. And I was so confused every time, kids at school would speak about their preferred television shows, what they were watching last night. And this one time, one student in class made a reference of me speaking of a gay character that was on television on a show called Backstage. And I was so confused. Why is he making that reference of me with that person? Because I didn't know that there were actually even queer people at the time. And everybody in the class burst out laughing. And it hurt me so much to say, what was happening? What was wrong with me? Why is everybody laughing? But again, why is everybody laughing at somebody who's on television? It didn't really make sense. Until then, the teacher came into class and she asked what was happening, why was there so much noise? And then he explained to say, no, Yaya actually looks like this person that was on this show. It really, really, really broke my heart because I then felt like I wasn't needed in the space. But also it then reminded me of the treatment that I was getting at home because I was really, really not the favorite child at home. And for somebody that worked really, really, really so hard to get ahead as a child, I had to make sure after school that I go home and I go fetch water in the river. I had to wash dishes. I had to do washing for everybody at home and cook. And I was the only one who was actually doing this amongst everybody that was at home. And still, I was never enough for anyone. I was never enough at school. I was never enough at home, even though I did so well in school, but still I wasn't enough. And funny enough, in class, during the English class, we would still speak isiZulu. And for me, really, education was really, really something that wasn't perfect. I learned everything really outside of school. And I decided that I think it was time that I leave. And then I went to Durban with really nothing. I think I had 60 rands on me when I left. And when I got to Durban, it was really, really, really so difficult for me. And I ended up having to sleep in the streets. I was sleeping under the bridge in Durban by the Durban market. And every day I'd have to lie and say I missed my train and make up a story. But for me, it was also so difficult because my safety, I was very, very, very feminine. And so everybody could see that I was different. I was not like everybody else. So it was easy for people to really take advantage of me. And it was such a difficult situation for me where I thought I needed to get out of this space. But how? Because really, I didn't know that, there were other opportunities besides having to work at a local, hospital, or being a dentist or a radiographer. So I started selling sweets and then I started selling stationery with my 60 rands at the train station. And until I found another opportunity and worked at an organization which was an LGBTI organization. And I remember this one day when they were letting me go. I didn't know that I was being let go that day. So I went out to go buy lunch and I got a call from my colleague to say, hey, where are you? I said, I'm outside getting lunch. He said, come back, we have lunch for you. And when I got to the boardroom, then our director then started speaking to say, so today we have two colleagues that are leaving, and one of them has been with us for many years, and then she explained who she was, and to my surprise, she knew that she was leaving, and I didn't know. And then they came up to my name and mentioned that also Yaya is leaving us today. Really, that's really also shocked me, and still again, it's made me feel so unwelcome in this space, a space where I thought really it was my community. And I thought to myself, there is really nothing for me here. And came to a point where I thought, let me go to Johannesburg for Johannesburg Pride. Amazing. I get there, I really see them like really happy people, people that really, really looked like myself. But you know, when you get to a space where really there isn't really one person that you say, yes, these people look like myself, but this one specifically, I can really relate. It was that moment where I really wanted to search for a woman that I am, to say, no, I'm not a gay man, I'm a woman. And for me, I remember meeting Ikomesh, and then I realized that this is actually the woman that really I relate to. And for me, pride brought a lot of reasons to survive, brought a lot of reasons to see myself, but also to advocate for people like myself, because I saw a space that allows me to be, whereas in other spaces, really, I was not afforded those opportunities and those spaces. And fast forward, after being in the space, then I get to win a feather award, which was my first award. And I felt seen, I felt celebrated. I was like, oh wow, things are gonna change. This is really, really amazing. I think I'm about to really take up space. And I thought I was going to get really amazing opportunities that many other women really, really are afforded. But to my surprise, really, it wasn't that case. I really then struggled again, even though after I was being celebrated and being told that I was a trailblazer and many other things. For me, then I looked at what does one have to do to really to see change. And I went back and to the drawing board to think, I think for me, I still need to show up. I need to show up, do what I'm meant to do, what I want to do, even though, yes, it is not easy, but yes, I know I can do it. I remember then I started like painting, and then again, I thought to myself, this is a moment where really I think I'm going to be accepted, because I think I've done many other things. I've been on a reality TV show where really it was groundbreaking. It's followed the lives of transgender people. So people were really able to learn about trans people, and so the need of inclusivity and really having everybody being part of the space. But it wasn't really the case, Yes, as much as I got really, really amazing media coverage, media was really celebrating me for really taking charge and really telling my story the way I saw it fit. But in the space that I really thought I was going to be accepted and celebrated, it really didn't happen. But that taught me to say, Yaya, you need to be resilient. You need to really also first celebrate yourself and tell yourself that, yes, you can do this. Before I really even go, I want to go back and speak to this art piece that is behind you, to say the reason how this came about and the reason why this came about, it's because really I wanted to speak to everybody and say, as Black transgender women, we are really beautiful, we are worthy, and we are deserving. And I want to ask you, as we are sitting here, if there is really a trans person that you know that works in the space where you work. Have you ever given a trans person an opportunity? Do you have respect for other trans people and people that are marginalized? And if really that does not happen, you should really then know the world that we live in. Thank you.